Skipping this one simple rule is exactly why traders keep falling for fake breakouts, getting trapped in bad trade entries, and experiencing back-to-back losses. And trust me, I have been there. And the most frustrating part is that it's 100% preventable. So if you are experiencing this, we are going to fix that today. I'm going to show you exactly why waiting for a candlestick closures is key to avoiding fakeouts and how these closures can confirm the genuine market intent, which can help you to spot high probability setups. Okay, so first let's clarify what a closure means from a trading perspective. Now imagine you are analyzing an hourly time frame where each candlestick on your chart represents 1 full hour of market activity, which is tracking the opening, the high, the low, and close prices. Now, throughout the candle's formation, price action stays dynamic, which simply means that you will see bullish pressure pushing prices aggressively higher and bearish pressure driving them sharply lower, or sometimes just consolidation where price move sideways in a very tight range. But none of these price moves are truly confirmed until the candle officially closes at the end of the hour. So that closing price is actually very critical because it shows the exact price level where buyers and of course sellers, they finally agreed at that moment. So until you actually see that final candle closure, any breakout or reversal you are watching could easily change, kinda leaving you open to getting triggered by the false moves. So let me give you a clear example of exactly what I mean. So let's say you are watching a bullish market that is steadily pushing higher and approaching a key resistance area, and at first price actually breaks above this important level during the candle's formation, and it's very easy to get excited, tempting many traders to quickly jump into a long position anticipating the breakout. But before the candle officially closes, sellers aggressively step back in, driving price sharply lower. So now, instead of seeing a strong bullish candle close firmly above the resistance, you are left basically staring at a long upper wick, which is an obvious sign of rejection at those higher prices. So this long wick signals what traders call a fake out or a failed breakout, and traders who entered prematurely end up trapped in losing trades as the market reverses against them. Now, if you would simply waited patiently for the candles to close, you could have easily avoided this trap altogether. So by making sure the candle closed decisively above the resistance first, you would confirm the genuine buying momentum and greatly improve your chances of catching a successful breakout trade. And here's how you can easily start applying candlestick closures into your own trading routine. So first of all, you have to clearly identify your key levels, and these are major support and resistance areas on your chart, the zones where price commonly stalls or breaks out. Second of all, always wait for the confirmed candle closure at these levels, and please do resist the urge to rush in mid-candle formation. Let the candle fully close to get a clear picture of where the market truly stands. And the last thing you want to do is to carefully check the candle closure you are getting. So let's say if the candle closes clearly above your resistance level, that's a bullish confirmation. The buyers, they have taken control and you can confidently look for long trades. If the candle closes strongly below your support level, of course, that's a bearish confirmation. The sellers, they have stepped in, they signaling you to watch closely for a short trading opportunities. But let's say if you get a rejection wick, meaning the candle tried breaking through but quickly pulled back, that's your sign of a possible fake breakout, and you should actually hold off, wait for maybe a clearer price action, or even consider watching for a reversal trade instead. Okay, so how about we just jump into a real trade example that my VIP members and I took recently on EURJPY, and this was on the 4-hour chart. And do not worry, I will walk you through exactly why we decided to enter this trade long using this candlestick closure approach. The first thing we saw is that as soon as the price made a new higher high right over here, it had pulled back directly into a clearly defined support zone, also known as a demand area, because if you can take a look on the left, we can see that right here it was a resistance. We do see attempted breakouts from the buyers, but eventually it was pushed down by the sellers. Then it got consolidation because we see another area over here, but then eventually with this huge bullish candle it was broken, that new high was made, and now the price pulled back again into this area, which is now standing as a support. So this zone was just previously an area of a strong buyer activity, so we knew it was very important to watch for bullish signals here. Second of all, there was an extra confluence from the moving averages, especially the 50 period moving average, which is this blue line, and it was sitting just below the current price action, which basically strengthened our case for bullish bounce. But here's the crucial part, which is the entry candlestick itself. Now, you might be looking at this trade setup and you would be thinking, well, I would go short because it's a clear, bearish pressure in the market. Now, this entry candle here, yes, it did close bearish, but here's the key. You can notice the significant rejection wick on the bottom side. So even though the upper wick is slightly longer, what matters here is the context. So sellers, they made a strong push lower, testing our support zone. But buyers, they stepped in aggressively, pushing price significantly back up above our support before the candlestick closed. So this bottom side rejection is a clear indication that, the buyers, they are defending this price level, which is again confirming bullish strength that, is coming back into the market. And also considering this huge move towards the downside, I was also checking the average daily volatility for this pair, and it was exhausted, which means pullback is likely on the horizon. And you know what? But the key here was patience, because we waited for this candle to fully close before entering the trade, because by doing so, we just avoiding getting tricked by premature signals, and we ensured that our trade entry had the strongest possible confirmation. And if you've been staring at this trading chart for so long, you might even notice something else. You can see how the price specifically rejected the psychological round number 160,300. And let me tell you that JPY pairs in particular, they tend to react strongly to round number levels because large institutional orders often cluster there, which means it's kind of creating clear market reactions and easy to spot trading signals just like this one. Now, of course, we can quickly touch on the risk to reward ratio for this trade. So we are using the ATR indicator to calculate it, but in this case, our stop loss was strategically placed just below the wick, the round level, the support, and the 50 moving average. So we just wanted to cover all of these high confluences areas just to be safe. Now, for our profit target, it was conservatively placed just under this recent swing high, maximizing our chances of hitting our target and maintaining this strong risk to our ratio. So let me tell you that, by carefully waiting for this candlestick closure and, thoughtfully planning our risk to reward, we actually greatly increased our odds of capturing a stress-free trade, and this is the one that ultimately delivered a beautiful profit of 160 pips, and it actually kept moving even higher. I also noticed another key detail about the candlestick closure, so I think you will find it very helpful. So even though this candlestick was our entry one, as you can see, the second one right over here, it initially pushed towards the downside, but again, it got rejected and closed as a long lower shadow, which once again reinforces the bullish pressure in the market and eventually is gonna push the prices higher, which, as you can see, it did. But listen, here is something else important. If price had decisively closed below our support zone, below this round level, below the 50 moving average, this entire bullish trade setup would have become invalid. Even with a bullish structure forming higher highs and higher lows, a strong candle closure below support clearly signals that sellers have regained control. That would have been our cue to stay out completely out of this trade and move on without the hesitation. And as I'm filming this video, I came to a realization that there is one more critical insight that many traders overlook, and realizing this personally changed my entire trading approach, is that always prioritize candlestick closures on your primary trading time frame. If your main analysis is built on a 4-hour chart, using lower time frame closures alone would basically ignore the foundation of your trading strategy. And lower time frames, they can be great for, refining your trade entries, but your main trade confirmation, the one that truly matters, must always come from your primary trading time frame. And it sounds so simple, right? But so many traders, they miss this subtle yet powerful detail. And trust me, once you start consistently applying this, your trade decisions will become noticeably clearer and more accurate, which means more profits in your pocket. So if this lesson helped you out, make sure you let me know that by liking this video and sharing with your friends, and comment down below what was your biggest loss simply because you didn't wait for a candlestick closure and you entered the trade. And if you are ready to level up your trading with the real-time trade setups, detailed market insights, and access to my personal analysis, join our VIP group. You'll find the first link in my description box down below. So thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!